Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Atheist Jackson. I want to give a kind shout out to Seven Science Questions, who is a Christian apologist who believes in intelligent design based out of his own Christian theology belief system, which he seems to be incredibly confirmation biased of. But the fact is right now, all I know, in my point, it's just imaginary because we have no evidence to support what they're really talking about. And he denies all the evolutionary scientific facts coming from somebody who is an expert in only mechanical engineering. You can see in his field why he would see design and it would fit with his particular belief system to his particular deity. But we have all kinds of religions making these claims, just like Islam. But how would we tell any of them apart? Don't we need some kind of way to detect or find some way to get out there in the universe to have instruments that would detect this particular thing? We could use it through certain scientific mathematical equations or ways to detect through biology or just a telescope, but God doesn't seem to be showing up. Many religions make this claim that it is their particular God is the only one, and we have so many different religions who believe in all kinds of gods, but we really don't know which one it is because nobody has lived up to the burden of proof, and neither has Seven Science Questions. So he wonders why people laugh at him when he talks about this imaginary friend that we don't see at the side of him, and he's wondering why we're not accepting his biblical truth when we're asking for some way to detect it. And this goes for all the different gods that people have been making up all this time. And I'm sure he would want it for himself too. Well, for all you Christians and Muslims, let's talk about radiation. It is invisible to all the human senses. We can't smell it, see it, hear it, or anything else. We realize that it's all around the universe, all in our ecosystem, the biodiversity of life. And in a lot of ways, we have to detect these certain things so we don't get harmed by them. That's why we come up not only with mathematical equations, we also find out just being out in space that we have to protect ourselves because we do get hit by it. Fascinating, we even have our own force field around our Earth to protect us from the sun's intense radiation. But now you want to know how we detect it? We have instruments to detect these things. We know how to measure how much there is and how dangerous it can be, and we can find these invisible things by these detections and have mathematical equations for it. So the question really goes, how do we do this for your particular God hypothesis? We put things out there to communicate with it, to try to detect it, to find data, to anything to support that it's there. But all we do is get ancient books to come up with your own detection mechanism, and you wonder why we don't take you seriously? You believe in this imaginary thing, but where is our evidence?